everyone, this is Neeti Gupta from MRIS 14 in conversation with Ms. Shubhra Gupta, a well-renowned columnist, journalist and a film critic. Hello ma'am, it is a pleasure to have you today here with us.
Hi Neeti, thank you very much for having me and I'm enjoying chatting with you.
Ma'am, we are curious to know that as an esteemed film critique, what inspired you to delve into the world of cinema and pursue writing on this subject?
I was a journalist and I really enjoyed writing and I discovered the joys of cinema with beyond Bollywood completely by accident while I was in college. And I just saw that film. It was a German film. The director's name was Werner Fassbender, and it was an amazing thing for me because I fell in love with not just that film but the whole idea of so many people using so many different ways and languages and and forms to be able to tell a story which was so compelling that it could grab me, someone who had no idea about that world. And I started to then follow up my passion with watching more and more, and I started to write more and more. And when I got an offer from the Indian Express, my paper, to be their film critic, I jumped at it, and I'm still doing the same thing because I love it so much.
Indeed, that's really fascinating to know that now. Furthermore, in the last year, what movie has moved you and why?
Oh my god, that's a really hard question, and it's a really tricky one because I don't really have favorites. That's the whole point of being the kind of film critic that I am, because if we start playing favorites, then it is very hard for us to be fair and impartial and to come at each film like with its own metrics. I believe that each film comes with its own set of metrics and we have to judge it by theirs. You cannot have one standard one size fits all. In fact, this year is 12th Fail, is Vidhu Vinod Chopra's, and I've enjoyed Varun Grover's All India Rank. I've really enjoyed Kiran Rao's Lapata Ladies, and these are all films that they are not dependent upon stars. They are telling us stories of our lives. They are compelling us to watch and to listen and to do little takeaways from it without being preachy, which is really my favorite kind of film.
Right. These movies have really been a work of art, especially for film enthusiasts like us. I would like to ask that having served on the Central Board of Film Certification, what do you perceive about rules, regulations and censorship in the Indian cinema?
Well, you know what? I think that censorship of all kinds is something to be very carefully considered, because I do believe that we live in a country which encourages free speech, and we are encouraged also to do our own critical thinking. So I am not very supportive of censorship. I do believe though that children, when they are very young, they need to be guided. The below 12s, I would say, need to be carefully monitored about what they are getting to watch.
Finally, I would like to conclude this insightful conversation with my last question to you. That is, how do you manage your personal taste and your objective analysis when critiquing a film?
That's an excellent question, and I would say that there is really no sort of diversion between the two. The personal taste is absolutely something that governs my liking or not liking something. But what I would say that when I'm critiquing something, I am not really being personal. I'm not making personal remarks about the filmmaker. I'm not getting abusive about the people who are in the film. I am critiquing the work and not the people. Okay, so there is a huge difference between criticism and critiquing, and I wish more and more people would realize this.
Right. It was really amazing talking to you, ma'am. It was a pleasure to have you here and to listen to your insightful conversation and your thoughts on the Indian cinema. Thank you so much. It was lovely speaking with you.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed speaking to you too.